how soon can I make money from digital marketing? This is one of the questions that I had a couple years ago when I first tried to get into digital marketing, but I eventually gave up because I didn't really have the support like that. But I had this question not knowing that it's dependent upon the work and the effort that I put in. Like, it's literally up to you how much money you make. It's kind of like a whole new business. The work that you put in is gonna determine the results that you get out of it. And this is something that took me a minute to understand. I think I finally started to understand it when I started to do self-development work, when I really sat back and said, okay, my life is never gonna change until I make the change. I then finally came to the realization that that concept, that idea, is gonna spill over onto every other aspect of my life as well. So my children's behavior wouldn't get better if my parenting style didn't change. My finances weren't gonna get better if the way I manage my finances didn't change. My life wasn't gonna get better if I didn't get rid of the toxic personality traits that I had, or the things that I struggle with, if I didn't get rid of those things. Like, nothing changes until you change. Nothing shifts until you put in the work to make that shift. And so with digital marketing, nothing is gonna happen for you. You're not gonna make money from it until you put in the necessary work. And everything takes time, so you have to be patient. You gotta keep putting the work in, even when it looks like nothing is working. First and foremost, you gotta have a vision. You gotta have a goal. Why are you getting into this? Why do you want to do this? Where do you see yourself financially? Where do you see digital marketing taking you? Once you have that vision and you use all your five senses to see what it feels like, to see what it looks like, feel what it feels like, to hear what it sounds like, to smell what it smells like, to know what it tastes like. Like, when you use all your five senses and you can feel that thing, you can see it in your imagination, you can literally create what's necessary to get to that thing. But you first have to become the person that can steward that well. You won't ever receive anything if you don't become the person that can have that. If you don't shift your mindset to know that this is possible, to know that, hey, I'm already wealthy, I'm already, making $1,000 a day from digital marketing. And when you walk into something with a victor mindset and not a victim mindset, not a defeat mindset, you're gonna be way ahead of the game. And everything is just gonna work out for you. This goes for any aspect of your life. So if you can't imagine it, you can create it. But that thing that you're imagining, you have to operate off of that. You can't operate off of a defeat mindset. Like, you can't come in thinking, oh, I'm gonna make some money from this, I'm gonna make some money. You gotta shift your mindset first. You gotta be willing to help other people first. It's not just about you, it's about you helping other people. And when you put out good, you get good in return. When you put the work out there, when you put the value out there, when you put out your personality, when you put out your those motivational words, those encouraging words, and you're adding value, like, when you're doing all of this, that stuff is automatically going to come back to you 10 times. But you first got to shift your mind to make it all happen. So you're going to make money from digital marketing. It's just up to how much work you put in, how much effort you put into it. So if you put a little bit of effort, you'll get a little money out of it. If you put a lot of effort in it, you'll get a lot of money out of it. And this is something that I've had to learn too. If I don't put in the work, then I don't get the results that I want. I get the results of the work that I put in. So I just wanted to give y'all that for anybody else who had that question, because I see that question a lot. How much money can I make from this, or how soon can I make money? It's all up to your work effort. It's all up to you. So take the time to learn the material. Take the time to really sit down and plan out your content. Maybe figure out what type of content you want to put out. See what works for you, what doesn't. Make sure you're doing a weekly CEO day. That's what Coach Matt calls it, CEO day, or a weekly, and looking at your analytics to see what's working and what's not working for you. And And whatever's not working, you can, switch it up or eliminate it altogether. And what is working, continue to do that. But digital marketing is pretty much all trial and error at first. You got to figure out what works and what doesn't, and you're gonna be successful at it. And that's with anything in life. Everything is trial and error. And once you get that momentum going, once you're building that audience that likes, knows, and trusts you, then you're good to go. And you just do that every single day until you start seeing the results that you want to see. But you got to be willing to put in the work first. You got to be willing to go through the hard phase. And I wouldn't even call it hard. It's just putting in the work. Putting in the work and not even expecting anything in return. Now, this video was helpful for you. I want you to go ahead and save it and share it with somebody else that might need this information. And if you're not following me already, go ahead and hit that follow button because I don't know what you're doing. Enjoy my digital marketing journey, and hopefully you'll start soon. I love you.